Hello and welcome to another video by Day Night Gaming. Now in this video I'll be covering a beginner's guide to crafting in the MMORPG known as Final Fantasy XIV as of patch 5.25. In order to unlock crafting, which is called Disciples of the Hand in Final Fantasy XIV, a player must have completed their level 10 class quest in any of the battle classes. As you can see here, while I am currently a gladiator in this video, any of the starting battle classes will work. So any of the Disciple of War or Magic classes count, from gladiator all the way down to Arcanist. Now please keep in mind that while I am level 10 on my gladiator, the quest to become a goldsmith, or any crafting class for that matter, is redlocked, which means I cannot initiate the unlock quest. So as you can see here, it says before you can take another discipline, you must first complete the level 10 quest for your starting class. I still need to complete my level 10 class quest, so let me go ahead and do that now. As you can see here, now that I have completed my level 10 class quest, the red lock above the guild receptionist has changed into a blue exclamation symbol, signifying that I can now accept the quest to unlock that specific crafting class, which currently happens to be goldsmithing. In case it is still red locked for you, it is possible to check which class quest you have completed by opening up your journal. While on the keyboard, the default hotkey should be J. If that does not work, or if you are on controller, you can press the red circle button located on the bottom right of your screen, labeled Duty. It is the second button from the left and has an exclamation mark on it. From there, select Journal. Then click the Complete button. Then select the Cross Swords button. Then select either Disciple of War or select Disciple of Magic if you are on a casting class. From there you can see if you completed your level 1, 5, and 10 class quest. If you have not completed these 3 class quests, then please head to your respective guildmaster and accept the class quest that they provide. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and unlock the crafting class, which for this example is currently goldsmithing. Please take note that for purposes of this video, we have unlocked goldsmith. If you want to unlock a different crafting class, you will need to head to that specific guild and manually unlock each of them. Also take note that in Final Fantasy XIV, your one character can play all the battle classes as well as all the crafting and gathering classes, so feel free to run around and unlock all of them. With that out of the way, now that we have Goldsmith unlocked, in order to change classes, a player must change their main hand equipment slot into a weapon belonging to the class they wish to change into. With this in mind, as long as the player is not locked in combat or locked into a duty or an instance area that prevents a player from changing equipment, Anyone can change classes freely by changing their main hand weapon. Now that we have changed our main hand weapon, and are currently on a crafting job, let's discuss actually crafting an item. In order to begin crafting items, one must open up their crafting log. For keyboard, the default key is N, but in case that does not work, or if the player is on controller, they can select the logs button on the bottom right of the screen, and then select crafting log. For an example of this video, we will be crafting a copper ingot. If you notice on this screen, there are multiple boxes on the right side of this gray window. These are the material components required to craft this item. In order to craft a copper ingot, a player must have 1 wind shard, and in my inventory I currently have 100 of them. It also requires 3 copper ore, but of these copper ores I have 0 normal quality materials and 0 high quality materials. So let's go ahead and purchase them from the guild supplier, which is located next to the guild reception. And now, as you can see, I have 3 copper ore in my inventory. So to begin this craft, I have to select the synthesize button. So I'll go ahead and do that now. So as you can see here, this window will now pop up, and this is the crafting window. I'm gonna open up my buff tray as well as my calculations tab. Now, in order to create this copper ingot, I need to increase my progress bar all the way to the max. Once this is completely maxed out, the item is created. Now this is a mini game, so in order to craft items, you have to make sure that your durability does not hit 0 unless you finalize the craft. So every time I use an action that affects progress or quality directly, I will lose durability. Generally it'll be 10, but there are some abilities that make it lose 20, and there are some abilities that make it lose 5. Now currently at a level 1 crafter, I only have access to basic synthesis, but later on we'll get actions that will affect the quality. As this goes up, your chance to high quality will also go up, and that will determine if you actually create a high quality item. Now if you can get this all the way to the max, you'll have a 100%, which will mean it'll automatically create a high quality. But right now I only have it at 1%, so after I finish my progress bar, I have a 1% chance for it to become high quality. So as you can see here, if I was to use basic synthesis, at 100% efficiency, my progress will increase by 6. I need to increase it by 9. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Press that once, and as you can see here, it will go to 6 out of 9, and I've expended 10 durability. Now I'm going to go ahead and press this one more time, and I have now crafted a copper ingot. As you can see here, in my bag I have 1 normal quality and 0 high quality. So now let's talk about the 3 attributes that are used in crafting. First off is CP. This stat is basically the crafting equivalent of MP because most of the abilities you will use in crafting will have a CP cost. This is a very important stat because the more CP you have, the more strong abilities you can use. Next off is the craftsmanship stat. This stat directly impacts your progress affecting abilities. The progress bar determines the actual creation of an item. When an item reaches 100% progress, then the item will successfully be crafted. Lastly is the control stat. This attribute will directly impact your quality affecting abilities. The quality bar affects the chance that an item will become high quality, provided that the item is successfully crafted. With all of that in mind, let's go ahead and craft an item, and I will discuss how all these stats work during the craft. So here I'm going to craft a Dwarven Mithril Ingot. So if you take a look up here, you'll see that at 100% efficiency, progress increases by 710, and at 100% efficiency, quality increases by 983. So this is calculated by our craftsmanship and control stats weighted against the difficulty of the craft in question, as well as the level of our crafter versus the level of the recipe of the target craft. So I'm going to go ahead and synthesize now, and with my efficiency calculations tab open, you can see at 120% efficiency, progress increases by 852, and my total progress is 0 out of 1822. So I'm going to go ahead and use basic synthesis here, and I got 852, just like it says in the efficiency calculation tab. So I'm going to do it a second time, and I'm going to get to 1704. And as you can see here, my durability is 20. For every time that I use basic synthesis, it used up 10 durability. So I'm now at 20. If I was to use it one more time, I'll successfully craft the Dwarven Mithril Ingot. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. As you can see here, I successfully synthesized it. So now I'm going to unequip my offhand as well as my accessories, so that you can see the difference in craftsmanship stats. Alright, so there we go, everything's unequipped. Now I'm going to craft the same item. And now, as you can see here, it now says at 120% efficiency, progress increases by 506, which is a much lower amount than our previous craft. So now, as you can see, 506, and then it should be 1012, yep. And then I'm going to use it a third time, and that'll bring me to 1518. And then I'll have to do it a fourth time. Now luckily, even though the durability is 0, I will still successfully craft it because I'll still get to maximum progress. So this time I'm going to re-equip all my gear, but I'm going to affect the quality bar. So that's the HQ percent chance, and it's weighted against control. So I'm going to again start with reflect, and as you can see, my HQ chance jumped from 1% into 2%. Now what Inner Quiet does is the more stacks that you have, the more quality you get whenever you use a quality affecting ability. So if you look at our quality efficiency tab over here, at 100% efficiency, quality increases by 1,470. So I'm going to be using Delicate Synthesis, which will increase both progress and quality. Now this is a high level skill, so you probably won't have this yet, but this is a great skill for showing how stats work because it does it at a flat 100%. So as you can see here, it now went up to 1736, and that's because I now have 4 stacks of Inner Quiet. And then using it again, now I'm at 2018. Now as you can see, I have 10 durability out of 40, and I'm going to purposely break this craft. So instead of using Delicate Synthesis, instead I'm just going to use something that only affects the quality. So I'm going to use Preparatory Touch. Yeah. So I'm going to use this ability, and as you can see, my durability is going to go to 0, and then as you can see in the middle, your synthesis fails. So I'm going to synthesize again, and this time I'm going to successfully craft the item. So I'm going to use reflect, and then I'm going to use delicate synthesis. As you can see here, my progress and my quality are going up, and on the third use it should complete the craft. And as you can see here, I synthesize a Dwarven Mithril ingot of high quality. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider smashing that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe and ring that bell for notifications on future videos that I might be posting. And until next time, take care. Goodbye.